And what is your favorite anime? Of course, everyone around the world loves anime. So
Uh,
we are wondering what are the favorite animations of people in Japan? What's your favorite?
I actually don't
Mm-hmm.
watch anime so often,
Uh
but
huh. Mm-hmm.
I like.
ジオキューバ
So everyone, good morning or good afternoon for me. So I've been planning to have this stream for a long, long time. I think it's 6 to 7 months, and finally we will be able to have our interview with Japan's fastest BLD cuber. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's just really fast. I've watched his videos. He already said yes to me a few months ago, but for some reason he got busy. I got busy also. But finally, we are doing it right now. So everyone, please welcome the fastest cuber in Japan. Here we go. Yes. Okay, there we go. Can you see the scene? Can you see the scene? So welcome to the stream. Yeah, so let's start with our interview. Oh, by the way, I think it's really rude if I will not introduce myself. Guys, this is my first meeting with him. It's actually my first time seeing him. I think it's also his first time seeing me. We didn't have any voice communications ever or video communications ever in the past. We were just chatting on Twitter, and I'm so glad that he actually responded to my chats to him. So Keita, thank you so much.
ジオキューバ
But is it okay to call you Keita? Is that correct? Keita.
Yes.
How do your friends call you?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I actually it's
Uh
nicknames, so
huh.
yeah, not uh
Mm-hmm.
real name.
So like what? What is
So
your nickname? Is it okay
uh
to say it? Uh huh.
I'm called Soke from by my friend.
Soke.
Yeah,
Imiwa. What does it
yeah,
mean?
and
Uh huh.
he's
That kanji.
Soke.
Uh huh.
It is
Uh huh.
the name of two famous
Ah,
university.
I know those two. Waseda and Keio University. I know those.
Yeah.
So they just call you Soke. Yeah.
Yes.
But I think I'm not so comfortable using that, so I will just call you Keita if you don't mind. Yeah. So it's your turn. What about you? Please tell everyone about yourself. Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my name is Hayakawa Keita.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Twitter account
Yes. Mm-hmm.
uh, with name of KH Cuba. I'm hmm?
Yes.
I'm specialized
Mm-hmm.
uh BAD event.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
have Japanese record
Uh-huh.
of 3x3 and
Mm-hmm.
3 by
Three
3
by
by 3,
three.
4x4,
Mm-hmm.
and 5x5,
Mm-hmm.
940 single.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so he is the national record holder in Japan for 3 by 3, 4 by 4, and 5 by 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so in short, he is the fastest cuber in Japan. Yeah. So, anyway, let's start with some questions about you. So, is it okay to ask your age?
Um,
How old are you?
I'm
Mhm.
16.
16. So, you are currently a university student, right?
I'm high school student.
Still a high school student, I see. Have you decided what major you're going to take?
I
Uh
have
huh.
two options.
Uh huh.
One is chemistry, and another is
Uh huh.
uh, about computer.
Ah, yeah, by the way, as I've said earlier, I was a computer science student. Are you from Tokyo?
No,
Uh huh. Where is your hometown in Japan?
it might not be so famous, but
Uh huh.
Saitama Prefecture,
Uh
just
huh.
right north of Tokyo.
And Saitama is a very famous anime character, so everyone knows
Oh,
Saitama. Have you been to other prefectures before?
yes.
Like, where is the farthest or the most far prefecture that you have
Ah,
visited?
Okinawa.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's very alone or with family.
School trip.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, most school trips are in Okinawa or Kyoto, right? Are you a quiet student or you are a very sporty student? Do you love playing sports? Do you sing? Do you bully other students? So please tell us. Please describe yourself as a student.
It's difficult, but
Are you quiet at school or you talk a lot? Mhm.
maybe
Uh-huh.
I'm a little bit more quiet than
Ah.
most students.
What is Keita's favorite subject at school?
Um, have two,
Okay.
English and science.
That's why. That's why you can speak English so well. Actually, when I contacted you, I was hesitating because I thought that maybe he cannot understand me or he cannot speak English so well. It's going to be a really difficult interview. But when you replied, your English was so good. So
Oh, thank you.
why do you have good English skills? Did you study abroad or do you go to English cram school?
No,
Uh huh.
I studied at school and
Mhm.
I searched about English
Mhm.
on the internet.
So you just learned by yourself?
I learned most part
Mhm.
in at school
Ah, yes,
and
yes, yes. Mhm.
some
Mhm.
on the internet.
I see.
琉球馬
What is your favorite food?
Food.
Mhm.
I have
Uh
so
huh.
many,
Uh huh.
yeah, but like
Yes.
fried chicken,
Fried chicken,
um,
karage.
sushi, ramen,
Uh huh.
yeah, karaage.
Yeah, but please choose only one. What is your most favorite one?
Only one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, curry and rice.
Curry and rice. Ah, very Japanese. Yeah. By the way, can you cook it? Can you cook curry rice?
I haven't
Uh huh.
tried.
You haven't tried, but can you cook?
I don't know.
So you should try. You're already 16, right? Yeah, just try to cook some fried egg like that. Mhm.
琉球馬
What is your favorite anime? Of course, everyone around the world loves anime. So
Uh,
we are wondering what are the favorite animations of people in Japan? What's your favorite?
I actually don't watch
Mhm.
anime so often,
Uh
but
huh. Mhm.
I like Doraemon.
Really? Kodomo? Doraemon is for little kids. You still watch it? You
Yeah.
still like watching Doraemon? Mhm. How about manga? Do you read manga?
Manga, I don't read
Uh huh. How about movies? Do you like watching movies?
movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch
Uh huh.
movies so many times.
So what do you do during your free time? Only cubing?
Almost cubing. I watch YouTube.
Before you became a cuber, you were not solving any cubes. So what were your hobbies back then?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I I was always playing games
Like
at
what
home.
games? Mm-hmm.
There are so many Minecraft,
Uh huh.
Platoon,
Ah,
Mario,
yeah.
and so
Typical
many.
games of a high
Yeah.
school student in Japan, right? Mhm.
琉球馬
When did you first solve a Rubik's cube?
Um, Maybe when I was 8 or 9.
And who taught you how to solve it?
Uh, I
Uh
just found
huh.
a tutorial video on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I happened to find it.
Where did you get your first Rubik's Cube? Did you have it already or you asked your mom or your dad to buy one for you?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was already.
Uh-huh. You already had a Rubik's Cube in your house.
Yes.
Is it the original Rubik's brand or a different brand? Mhm.
In Japanese,
Yes.
100円 shop.
Huh? 100yen shop. Ah!
Yeah.
So 100 yen shop. Mhm.
Yes.
So it's the
And
cheap one. It's very, very
yeah,
bad, right?
100 yen Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. So after that, when you got so good already, did you buy a speed cube?
after 2 years
Yes. Mm-hmm.
from that,
Uh-huh.
I asked my grandfather
Uh-huh.
to buy Rubik's Cube,
So which one? Which
uh,
brand? Do you remember? Mm-hmm.
Rubik's brand.
A Rubik's brand, the tile one, the latest one. I found those in
Yes.
Japan. Yeah. But now I think everyone wants to know, what are you using for competitions? What cube do you use in competitions?
Uh, uh, I'm using
Mm-hmm.
Super RSDM for now, and
RS3M. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and 4x4
Uh-huh.
is Aus WRM.
Also is really old.
Aus, yeah, and
Uh-huh.
5x5 is Moyu Ultron WRM.
So you are a Moyu guy.
Yes.
So during the uh national record solve that you did, I don't know when it was, I forgot. So you were using that same cube, the RS3M?
No, I was
Mm-hmm.
using Waylon WRM.
Oh, Weilong. So where did you get that Weilong? Mm-hmm. Did you borrow?
Uh, I
Uh-huh.
bought.
So where is
Uh,
it now?
it's
Uh-huh.
uh, it's here.
Ah, so it's there, but why you're not using it? Is it only for competitions?
Uh,
Huh?
Many people say this cube is good, and
Uh-huh.
I tried,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's better than
Uh-huh.
Waylon.
So that is your new main right now. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
要キューバ
So why did you decide to start BLD cubing?
I found a
Mm-hmm.
tutorial video on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I didn't search, but
Mm-hmm.
it was on recommendation,
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's
and
just an accident.
yes,
Yeah. Mhm. Do you remember which video it was? Can you remember?
yes,
Uh-huh. Who is the cuber?
the cure is Omura Shuhei.
Mm-hmm. Omura Shohei-san. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you are the reason why he is number one now in Japan. Yeah. So after that, after watching the video, what did you do? How did you learn? How did you start learning? So what did you learn first? Did you learn tree style immediately, or you learned uh
Um,
what are the other methods? What method did you learn first?
I learned old Pokemon,
Ah,
but
OP.
uh,
Mhm.
and I understood
Mhm.
how
Mhm.
can cube be solved
Yes.
on
Mhm.
blindfolded, and
Yes.
before I solve it first
Mhm.
time,
Uh-huh.
I s- change. I I learned M2
Uh-huh.
for edge.
Yes. Mhm. So OP and M2. How fast or how slow was your first solve?
Maybe 3 minutes,
3 minutes? First success?
but I
Really?
practice uh,
Uh-huh.
edges only and
Uh-huh.
corners only solving
Uh-huh.
times.
要キューバ
You are the national record holder for 3x3, 4x4 blind, 3x3 blind, 4x4 blind, and 5x5 blind. How about multi-blind?
Because one attempt of
Mm-hmm.
MBAD takes 1 hour.
Exactly.
So it, it's so hard to practice.
Exactly. Yes, that's also my reason why I never practice multi-blind. How many cubes have you tried so far? In multi-blind.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 20 or
20.
around that.
So you can do 20.
Yes.
So why don't you do it in competitions?
Or
Uh huh.
maybe I tried 20 cues, but
Mm-hmm.
I got many DNFs, so
Ah.
the score
Mm-hmm.
was low.
Yeah. I also experienced that before. And then how do you memorize? Like, what are your memos? Are you using images or sounds?
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I used to use images on 3BOD,
Uh-huh.
but
Used to.
I'm trying
Kakoke.
I'm,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
Uh-huh.
memorize it with only audio and visual,
What do you
random
think
sound.
what do you think is the reason why your memo is so fast?
I'm good at
Uh-huh.
audio memo,
Uh-huh.
especially in Japan. In August,
Mm-hmm.
July last year,
Yes.
when
Mm-hmm.
I got NR,
Mm-hmm.
and no one other than me, other
Mm-hmm.
than I,
Mm-hmm.
used audio pair.
要求吧。
So, what was your reaction? Let's imagine. I think we can watch that video right now. So let's play it, so that you will remember the feeling, during that time. 8 seconds memo. Okay, I was so amazed there. You were celebrating without seeing the cube. So you were so confident that you solved it. Yeah. So did you know already before starting the solve or before going to that competition? Did you know already that you would get the NR?
Uh, I I knew I could, but
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Uh-huh.
about about
Yes.
50%.
So at home you were beating the NR already, right?
Yes.
Why were you celebrating without even seeing the cube yet? Did you know? Were
Um,
you so sure that it was solved?
I was really
Mm-hmm.
confident because
Uh-huh.
Mhm,
Yes.
I could memo very well, and
Yes.
I felt I turned correctly,
Uh-huh.
so it should be
Uh-huh.
solved.
It should be
And
solved.
I felt
Mm-hmm.
it's about 18 seconds or
Yes.
something like that, so
Uh-huh.
it will be national record.
Yeah, yeah. So you knew, you knew already. You didn't see the time, you didn't see the cube, but you knew that you have beaten the national record.
要求吧。
Let's go to your cubing life. Yeah. So how do people react in Japan when they find out that you are a speed cuber, and not only that, you are a really good speed cuber? So let's start with your parents. What do your
Mm.
parents think about you being a fast speed cuber?
Uh, they celebrated,
Mm-hmm.
and I I always practice
Mm-hmm.
cubing at
Mm-hmm.
home,
Yes.
so they know I'm a cuber.
Uh-huh. And they are not against it? Like maybe they think that, oh, you should be studying. That's a waste of time, like that. Do they support you?
Not
Mm-hmm.
not so much.
Uh-huh. So how did you ask your parents to buy new cubes? Because cubes are not so cheap, right?
In Japan, there
Mm-hmm.
is a culture of otoshidama. Uh,
Every New
yeah,
Year?
grandparents give
Uh-huh.
give money,
Yes.
so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I used it to buy cube.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Otoshidama is a culture in Japan where in during New Year's Day, yeah, relatives usually give money to children. Yeah. So aunts, uncles, grandmother, grandfathers like that. And I think also parents. What about friends? Yeah.
Friends,
Do you have a lot of cubing friends at school, or you are the only one who loves cubing
yeah, I'm only cuber,
in your
so
school?
my friends are not.
Uh-huh. So how do they react? Like when they see you cubing, what is their reaction?
They
Uh-huh.
look so surprised.
Uh-huh. And what did they do, or what did they tell you, or what was their reaction when they found out that you are the fastest tree blind cuber in Japan? Or BLD cuber in Japan? Uh-huh.
I told some of my friends, and
Mm-hmm. How
Some
did?
other
Mm-hmm,
friends
mm-hmm.
found
Uh-huh.
tweet of my NR
Yes.
on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter.
So, parents, friends, what about in public?
Even though I
Uh-huh.
I get on train, I
Yes.
wouldn't
Uh-huh.
do cube.
Oh, why not?
It's noisy, so yeah, it makes
Ah.
a
Yeah,
lot of sound.
so Japanese are really very polite. They are so quiet inside the train. They don't even answer their mobile phones inside the train. That's how polite they are inside the train. Okay, let me put it this way. What was the craziest reaction that you got while solving a cube in public?
My teacher knew
Uh-huh.
that I got I broke
Mm-hmm.
national record
Yes.
before school trip, and
Yes.
they gave me an opportunity to
Uh-huh.
show the main student,
Uh-huh. Not a
not
DNF.
the
Yeah, because me, when I'm solving in front of many people, I always get a DNF.
要求ば
Where was your first competition? Is it in Tokyo or in
um
Saitama? First one.
in
Mm-hmm.
Kanagawa.
Kanagawa, south of Tokyo, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah, so you had to travel there. Is it technically far for you or is this near?
I
Uh huh.
felt it's
Uh huh.
far.
And first competition, you didn't get an NR yet. But how did you feel during your first competition?
I understood
Mm-hmm.
that it is difficult to
Mm-hmm.
get good time
Yes. Mm-hmm.
at competition,
Uh-huh.
like getting
Mm-hmm.
nervous.
What was your rank on your first competition?
Um,
First?
Second,
Second, I see. And who was the first that time?
he's Fujiwara Masato.
So that time, yeah, did you think that, oh, next competition I will get the NR or not really?
Yes.
Or maybe before the first competition you were already aiming for the national record or not yet?
Already.
Already.
Yes.
So you knew before the first competition, you knew already that you had a chance to break the national record. If there will be a competition in Kyoto or Osaka, are you willing to travel to compete or no?
I can't travel so
Mm-hmm.
far.
Why not? You are 16. Why not? Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's it will be so expensive.
Ah, that's the problem. Mm-hmm. And speaking of expensive, are you open or do you have any sponsors already, or are you open to having any sponsors? Okay, I will
Could
say the
you
question
repeat the
again.
question?
Okay, if a cubing company or a cubing store will want to sponsor you,
Ah,
are you going to accept this sponsorship?
then yes.
Ah, I see. Yeah, because that way you will be able to travel more, right? Or you can compete more. Next competition, do you think you can get an NR again, like 17? Is it
Yes.
possible? You think so? Mhm.
Yeah, 90%.
So when is your next competition? Do you have any planned
Next
competitions
month,
already? Next month. Where?
Tokyo.
In Tokyo. I love Tokyo. There are so many competitions happening in Tokyo.
要求ば
Why don't you invite everyone to follow you on Twitter or your other social media accounts if you have any?
I just do YouTube and Twitter.
YouTube on Twitter. YouTube is important. You are a national record holder. I think it will be
Yeah.
easy for you to get a lot of subscribers. So tell us your Twitter and YouTube account.
My huh?
Your Twitter account first. Your Twitter account is
Okay.
KHCuber, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
ID is
Mm-hmm.
MA29K.
Yeah. And what about your YouTube? Please invite everyone to subscribe to
Uh,
you on YouTube.
channel, the
Uh-huh.
same name as Twitter.
So KHCuber.
要求ば
Do you have any advice to new cubers, beginner cubers, and those who want to learn BLD? What advice can you give them?
Just love cubing.
Yeah. Anyways, let's do a sample solve. Please show us a sample solve. Maybe you can move a little farther back so that we can see you better. But which do you solve first? Corners first or edges first?
Corners.
Corners first. Mhm. And then edges. Okay. Time. What is the time? Mhm. Sub 20. Wow. Mhm. Yeah. No wonder you are the national record holder.
要求馬
Keita, thank you so much for accepting this interview. Thank you so much for your time. It's been 7 months or 6 to 7 months since we planned it, and I knew I totally understand you got busy, and I also got busy. I didn't stream for a long time, but I thought because I am a BLD cuber and I'm still a cuber, and I love Japan so much. I thought that this really have to happen. So I ask you again, and thank you so much for accepting it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Again, thank you so much. I hope this will not be our last communication together, and I hope that I'm going to meet you someday. And good luck. Hopefully, you can beat more national records.
Thank you.
So that's it. Thank you so much. Exactly 1 hour. Thank you so much, and have a really nice day.